Hello there, Ray here, and we got the newest snapshot, which is 18W28. And this one is mostly consists of a whole bunch of bug fixes, which I will go over, and this also means we're getting very close to the final release of the 1.13 snapshot, which is the aquatic update. So you'll see hopefully them fixing a lot of game-breaking bugs, as well as trying to kind of round off the aquatic update by making everything kind of work together. And right off the bat, they fixed one of the major bugs, which is that you couldn't use your 16A worlds to upgrade into future versions of 1.13 Snapshot. And now you can be able to do this. So let's go ahead and look at all the changes. They fixed the color of banners applied to shields. If you've seen in my streams, earlier snapshots, the shield would be red with the yellow eyes, and now that has been fixed. They said that they fixed fire not being removed or spreading too fast, but it seems that they have actually broke fire, so now it just sits there and it's an infinite source. They fix vines how they update at corners and the top. So we put a vine, let's say we put a vine here, it's facing that direction, we place it from here and it turns. You can also do some really cool stuff. You can place vines like they're hanging like this, you can add one to the bottom. You can even have a vine on the side and then remove a block behind it so it's floating, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Even like put one straight up above you. Really cool things to do with decorating. They said they fixed it so players can sleep in creative easier, but yeah, beds are just completely broken in this snapshot. They said they fixed the levers from rotating when they were updated, but it seems that levers don't even visually turn on. There's some weirdness going on because the game just crashed and I tried to open F3, and then when I came back in, it reset everything and removed the fire, and the lever works now, but as soon as I put down fire, it crashes my game again if my F3 is up. So yeah. After the crash, the beds seem to work, and this is what it looks like when you hop into them. Really nice and smooth. You hit shift or escape, then you can get back out of them. They fixed that scheduled blocks being updated would get stuck when upgrading from 1.12 to 1.13. So if you turn this on, then you would leave and join like 1.13 with this type of setup. Then you come back, then all these other repeaters back here would just never turn on, and you'd have to update it. This way you don't have to worry about your machines breaking. They fixed it so that renamed droppers, when upgraded into the snapshots, would keep their custom names. And this is a funny trick that the guys played on me on Protec, 0x, as well as Yun. What they did is they took my dispensers and they renamed them Dropper. And then when I would place down a dispenser, inside it would say Dropper. And this looks exactly the same as the inside of an actual dropper. So if I place one right above it, you see it says Dropper inside. This one says Dropper, but the actual image of these look different. And they did the same thing for my dispenser. So here's a dropper that's named dispenser, and here is a actual dispenser. They fixed it so now when you hit a mob with a trident, it will drop below it instead of falling through it. Tridents will now be able to destroy armor stands, but see, it didn't drop any armor stand. They fixed it so that the trident range attack can no longer go through a wither that is in armor mode. Instead, it'll bounce off, and same goes for like shulkers as well as ender dragons and even invulnerable mobs. They fixed it so that tridents will act just like swords when in creative and won't be able to break blocks. They fixed the bug where ores inside the overworld as well as the nether were coming out to be much smaller quantities as before. They fixed a bug where shulkers would normally be this color, but when you would upgrade to 1.13, they all turn into this dark purple color. Now there will be now the default color. They fixed it so drown jockeys will no longer be invincible to attack and also will attack the player now. Killing a drown will now count towards the advancement called Monster Hunter. Shipwrecks will no longer just face north. Here we got one facing east to west, but you can get some pretty weird block variations out of these ships, which normally you can't get in vanilla survival. Fish no longer have very weird shadows. As you can see here, the little pufferfish has a small one. You get closer, it gets a little bigger. You get even closer, it gets even a bigger shadow, so that's pretty cool. They fix it so that when you're swimming, you can no longer stand up when you're in a small gap. So here I go underneath here, and I'll stop. You can see I'm staying the same height as me. If I shift, I don't stand up. My hitbox doesn't change at all, but if I do float up to the top, I can take damage, which is kind of strange. So let's see, I'll swim over here. I'll show you guys. Pretty much a red line is above my white line, so if I get really close to the top, I can suffocate in this block up here. So yeah, pretty much a way to kill yourself when you're trying to swim through a small gap. They renamed some of the items, such as milk, got converted over to milk bucket, and like seeds, got converted to wheat seeds. They fixed it so you can use a spawn egg on an adult horse to make a baby one, but I'm still not able to ride them. Zombies that can convert it into a drown will only turn into a chicken jockey variation if they were a chicken jockey zombie to start with. They also fixed a bug where in multiplayer, going underneath water would just act like it is air, it wouldn't push you around or give you any drowning. They once again fixed the Furious Cocktail advancement so that it now needs resistance to be able to achieve. A lot of bug fixes with the snapshot, but hopefully we'll see even more bug fixes for it in the future because there are still quite a few bugs that need to get fixed before they try to do the release. But they are saying that the release is coming up very shortly, so we have that to look forward to. Thank you guys for watching, and if you found this interesting, show me with a like as well as share this with others. If you'd like to see more 1.13 content, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell button. And if there's anything interesting you want me to cover, tell me down in the comments. Bye bye!